Good morning and welcome into today's Sports Brief. I'm Gerhard Mathangani. We begin on the gridiron. Week 1 of the NFL season coming to a close on Monday Night Football. Former Nick Saban assistant Joe Judge, head coach of the New York Giants. Judge spent time on Saban's staff at Alabama. Now enters his first season with the G-Men at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers led by quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. He's back in action after suffering a brutal elbow injury last year. The Giants jumped out to a 10-3 lead, but Big Ben and the Steelers firing right back. Second quarter, Roethlisberger finds Juju Smith-Schuster on the 10-yard touchdown pass. Giants up 10-9. Later in the second, Big Ben to James Washington, a 13-yard touchdown. Pittsburgh takes the lead at halftime, 16-9. Giants fought hard all night, but this was the Steelers' night. Roethlisberger to Smith-Schuster again. Big Ben, 229 passing yards and 3 touchdowns as the Steelers take it on the road, 26-16. Meanwhile, college football in the SEC is just around the corner. The Auburn Tigers are gearing up for their season opener against Kentucky in 2 weeks. Now, of course, with the pandemic, this offseason has been much different this year. The Tigers have a few scrimmages in the books, and head coach Gus Malzahn says he's now looking for depth across the board.
I'll say this, we've had a whole bunch of guys out, like I've told you, the last month. So, when you've got guys out, specifically starters out, it gives other guys opportunities. So on the positive end of it, our other guys have got more reps than they've ever got. And on the positive, if you got a veteran guy that has a lot of experience and he's not able to practice because of a COVID-related issue, then it's going to give you an opportunity to develop more quality depth, especially when you're talking about with your ones. And so, there's been some positives, so I'll say this. I do think we've developed more depth than we have had in the past in fall camp, but that's just part of the process that has presented itself.
Meanwhile, at Jacksonville State, the Gamecocks are also in the midst of preseason practice. Gamecocks much further along with 3 scrimmages now on tape. Head coach John Gross says the coaching staff has a lot of great evaluation on each player.
I've seen some growth in it. See some things that we definitely got to continue to improve on and get better at. And as we get into more game planning type stuff next week, that'll be crucial of who you're going to give those reps to. And I think that comes off probably this next scrimmage, and we'll shore up this week. But there's some things just kind of clearing up for us. And thought the effort was really good, and we're getting better in every phase. And there's still a lot of improvement to make. And it's just so hard to gauge without playing a game. You wish you was playing 1 or 2, already, and you'd be kind of in a rhythm, but it's not the case. So today we come out, we corrected mistakes from Saturday, got a little bit of competition stuff. We'll be back to a full pad deal tomorrow and get after it.
JSU will begin the 2020 campaign at Florida State on October 3rd. Moving to baseball, the Atlanta Braves sitting atop the NL East Division, starting a series with the Baltimore Orioles, and this would be a rough one for the Bravos. O's jump out to a 4-0 lead thanks in part to the 3-run homer for DJ Stewart in the bottom of the 3rd, and that offense will continue to roll from there. Same inning, Jose Iglesias takes Luke Jackson deep and gone. Another 3-run jack. Baltimore opens up a 10-0 lead, 9 of those runs coming in the 3rd inning. The O's would tack on 4 more runs and go on to win 14-1. Braves fall to 28-20 on the season, but they still hold a 2.5-game lead over the Marlins. And before we go, a quick reminder that this week's AHSAA Game of the Week is just a couple of days away. Catch Shays Valley and #1 Mountain Brook on WOTM on Thursday night. The Mounties still looking for their first win of the season. Meanwhile, the Spartans are rolling at 4-0. Mountain Brook and Shays Valley right here Thursday night, kickoff set for 7 o'clock. And that's your sports brief. Our program continues after this.